Hey guys, it's Frogboy. I just want to share my story of myself bridging over from Ethereum over to Pulsechain. For the past 2 years, 2.5 years, my girlfriend has been trying to shill Hex and Pulse and the whole Richard Heart ecosystem, and I just was not having any of it. I would entertain the idea. I would watch the streams of Richard Heart and a few Somi and RH Maximalist videos as well, but I was never sold on it. I was never sold on the whole ecosystem and what the YouTubers specifically were selling, because now in hindsight, a lot of my pent up emotion and disgust was mostly around the YouTubers trying to sell it. So anyway, I finally bridged over after 2 years of shilling and me being disgusted and turned off from the whole premise of Hex and Pulse. But something happened. And there was a juicy enough narrative, story, and reason and motivation for me to come over. And that was simply that Richard Heart had made 20 meme coins? What? Really? He made 20 meme coins. Over on Ethereum, I'm heavy into long-term, multi-cycle meme cults and communities and brands and movements and ideas and all of that. Very long-term multi-cycle meme coin brands and movements, all that jazz, right? So I'm very familiar with the meme culture. And so when I hear that Richard Heart made a pump.tires infrastructure that allowed people to make their own coins and tokens and attempts to create big meme coins and big tokens and big movements and ideas, for-profit organizations, non-for-profit organizations, whatever the wavelength and meme morphs into. Now, that ability, that technology, that tool is now on Pulsechain. Like, whoa, okay, that's really cool. That's really exciting. Cool. So he's made 20 memes heavily associated with the Sac wallet, and I'm like, cool. Well, I'm in, man. I'm in. I'm coming over, especially in this cycle being very obvious that it's a meme cycle. Memes, attention, all of that. It's what's winning this cycle, you know, and we can't discount that. So there's lots of winning going on with memes. From my opinion, just a side note, memes are just not funny pictures. Way deeper than that. Way deeper. The utility that memes bring is far greater than the utility that DeFi brings by a mega fat ton. Mega crap ton. The utility that comes along with being part of a club, being part of a movement, a religion, going to church, what's the utility of that? Wearing a Rolex watch, what's the utility of that? The utility of tokenizing ideas and wavelengths. What is the utility behind that? How much can you put a number on that compared to DeFi and staking this and getting so much in return? I mean, yeah, there's utility there, and I love it. You know, I love DeFi. However, it just does not compare to the absolute depth of value and utility that memetics, memes, ideas, movements, brands, clubs, cults, challenges, protests bring. It just does not compare. So that's my side note, context of where I'm coming from and how I'm viewing this world. You don't need to agree with me at all, right? But I'm just saying, challenge yourself to think outside the logical box that we were all taught in last cycle, with it being DeFi only, and yeah, meme coins are shit coins. Oh my gosh, yeah. There are always going to be meme coins that are created with the intention of being pump and dumped within an hour. There are always going to be those vehicles and intentions, but there are also big winners that were created with the intention of lasting forever. And sometimes they last forever without the intention. So why am I so excited about memes on Pulsechain. Why? It's like, it's finally some fresh air to the chain and to the whole ecosystem as a whole. The appearance that I was receiving just from watching a few maximalists on YouTube regarding Hex and Pulse was just so unfair. It was just, man, I am so disappointed in them for selling the chain as gay. And in reality, the chain, it doesn't have to be gay. I don't think it is gay, right? Lame. That's what I mean by gay, right? Just like, not, shout out to my homosexual friends, love them to death. Okay? So they weren't selling the chain. They weren't selling the narrative. Like, what? DeFi only, mental gymnastics from last cycle. None of them are thinking in the future. None of them are thinking in the present moment. Then they're ignoring where the attention is. They're ignoring where the momentum and energy and motion is, right? And so that's why I was so disappointed, because they were letting down my family and they were letting down my girlfriend. People that I love that are invested in this chain and this ecosystem, and the people on YouTube were doing a lousy job. And that was just really ticking me off. So when there was a chance for me to come over and bridge over and roll on in and contribute in the ways that I can, it's like, oh, thank God. Yeah, here's an excuse for me to come over. Thank the heavens, right? So that's why I'm really excited, because now it's essentially a blue ocean over here on Pulsechain. People now have the tools, and arguably, they you could argue that they're better tools than the ones found on Solana with pump.fun, right? But anyway, blue ocean, plenty of opportunity, and meme season is this cycle. Right? Last cycle, it was DeFi, the cycle before, altcoins, right? But here, all about memes. And now they've arrived to Pulsechain. And that's why I'm so excited, because I get to witness, I was witnessing from the sidelines just how cocooned the whole ecosystem was, with fearing, being ostracized, being in like these alcohol anonymous groups where, like, hey, if you think outside our wavelength and our thinking of being addicted to the pain, right, of whatever pain they're going through, the majority of them, whether it's a 99% loss or whatever, right, I was not attracted to that at all. And so now I get to witness the chain and the ecosystem as a whole break freaking free from their cocoon and essentially fly and blossom like a butterfly, right? As cheesy as that sounds, that's what I want to see. I want to see energy, motion, excitement, and fun blossoming on the chain. I want people flying over from the other countries like Ethereum and Solana and Base, blah blah blah, coming over to Pulsechain to come and have a vacation and set up shop and create businesses here. Build over here, whether it's a movement, an idea, a wavelength, a meme coin, a token, a community, or protocols, or DeFi, or tools, right, or privacy. Just build something, contribute something to this country, the country being Pulsechain. So that's why I'm so excited, because right now I'm witnessing, I'm going into the spaces, I'm asking questions, and I'm trying to plant seeds and prompt them to essentially think bigger. Think bigger, and market better. I cannot wait to hear the next fresh new narrative that the community will back and get behind for Hex and for Pulse. I'm seeing specifically for Pulsechain at least, that's the narrative of RH being dynamic and adapting and growing and he's smart, right? He's smart. Okay, we've got to respect that. He's a billionaire for a reason. He's a winner for a reason. And so him creating pump.tires, creating these 20 memes and allowing others to create memes as well. Remember, memes, ideas, wavelengths, challenges, clubs, protests, movements, brands, religions, churches, etc., right? It goes on and on. That's why I'm so excited. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm creating this video, just so that it's out there on the internet. Use it as market research for your investment decisions. None of this is financial advice. It's just context of where I'm coming from. It's my story so far. So I hope that helps. Okay. I'm going to continue to make memes and shit post old mentalities out of this chain. I want to shit post old thinking out of this chain. And if you want to contribute and help mold and create Pulsechain and Hex and the whole ecosystem into whatever you guys want it to be, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's just have fun. So that's why I'm excited, because finally, at least for me, for someone in my position, coming over from ETH and being heavy into long-term multi-cycle meme movement brand culture and tokens and communities, I'm seeing the fun arrive. I'm seeing people come over to Pulsechain and be like, yeah, thank God, yes, let's have fun here. Let's build, let's create, let's have fun, let's chill, let's vibe. Let's not suffer anymore. Let's not think about all this negative stuff, and let's face the fears. Let's break through them. Let's challenge our old habits and behaviors and thinking, and challenge the KOLs everywhere that are. Some of them are just, look, whether we like it or not, you could argue that some of them are holding back the whole chain as a whole because of the way they present and sell and market the Richard Heart ecosystem. And so challenge them. Anyway, guys, I did view Richard Heart as very egotistical and arrogant. And I've watched a few of his streams with my girlfriend, and it was just, I was very turned off, right? I have to be truthful. And but right now it has changed. And why? It's because pretty much everyone hates him. Right? No, I say that as a generalization, but there are a lot of people on CT that hate him, and a lot of people love him. But also within his chain, a lot of people within the chain, and I'm just learning this, don't even respect the dude and hate him. I'm thinking, holy crap. These just I always like to root for the underdog. And Richard Heart here, even within his own chain, is the underdog in many perspectives for me. And I like that. I want to root for the guy. And him being dynamic with the cycles and being in crypto and being a billionaire and all that jazz, okay? And so look, the more people that hate him, the more that I have to look into the dude, because it just reminds me of Trump back in 2016. It's like everyone was hating on this dude, and he's never gonna win. And I'm like, well, stuff you guys. Geez, it's just some of it wasn't making sense, or the hate. So I wanted to root for the guy. And then over here, I'm getting this similar vibes. So much hate, but what? So yeah, anyway, there you go, guys. I hope this helps. I'm going to cut it off there, and yeah, I'll see you around shitposting, I hope.